Hey guys, today is January 2nd, 2016. Happy New Year! Today, since it is a Saturday and I had the day off, surprisingly, which never happens, I figured I would film a TTC update video for you guys. Last time, on my last video, you saw that I was 8 DPO. I had a crazy amount of symptoms, which I went over everything with you guys. Obviously, I was very skeptical if I was pregnant. I didn't think I was pregnant. Obviously, I wasn't because it is now cycle day 3 of my second cycle trying to conceive. But yeah, so 8 DPO night, that night, I was still having sulfuric burps, still cramping, still tender boobs, everything, and couldn't get to sleep that night. I had a really hard time getting to sleep. I woke up multiple times that night. 9 DPO, woke up with a headache. Obviously, I think it was from lack of sleep. But other than that, all my symptoms were gone. 10 DPO, still all gone. I was very confused, and I wasn't even having PMS symptoms, which is very, very unusual because leading up to AF, I always have cramping and boob tenderness and you name it, I have it. But there was nothing. On the morning of 11 DPO, my husband wanted me to do a test, and I said to him, like, no, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. And it's a good thing I did because I started spotting that morning, and all day I had been spotting, and I kind of, maybe there's a little part of me that thought maybe, okay, it could be implantation bleeding. I was only 11 DPO, but at the same time I was due for AF that day, so I didn't think it was implantation bleeding. And obviously I was right, because that night she came on full force. Yeah, so today is now cycle day 3, and just to recap last cycle, I understand that with a normal 28-day cycle, which I'm true 28 days always. Last time I mentioned my app was auto-calculating me. It was obviously wrong, so I turned off the auto-calculation because I know I'm in 28-day cycle. I always have been. But I understand with a 28-day cycle, you're supposed to ovulate between cycle day 14 and 16. Last cycle, I ovulated cycle day 18, so I'm a little curious on what day I'm going to end up ovulating this cycle. To help me with that, I have 2 things I'm doing, well, 3 things I'm doing to track my ovulation. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start charting. I've never done this before. Kind of confuses the hell out of me, but I'm going to give it a go. I have yet to buy a thermometer. I don't know if you're supposed to start on your first cycle day when you're actually on your period or not, but I'm going to start, I guess, tomorrow, because I'm going to go today and buy a thermometer. But, so I have also these guys, and I bought these off of, I believe it's called early pregnancy or something.com. I don't know. I will link the website down below if you want to buy off them. They are super, super cheap. I don't know. Hey, their address has my name in it. But they're super, super cheap, and you get a handful when you buy like the ovulation kits, which I think come in like, oh, you get like 15 ovulation kits, and then it gives you like 5 pregnancy tests. But I do have some of these cheapy pregnancy tests left over from the last time I was TTCing. So yeah, I have a bunch of these ovulation tests, so I wasn't planning on using them, but because I'm using a new ovulation fertility monitor, I figured I might as well go ahead and give these guys a try as well. So last month, as you know from my last video, I was using this guy right here, which is the Clear Blue digital ovulation tests. These are the ones that give you the circle when there's no LH surge and the happy face when there is an LH surge. So I'm not using these again this cycle because I have upgraded. I actually bought this last cycle, and I was too late in my cycle to use it, so that's why I was using the other guys. But this is the Clear Blue fertility monitor, and this is the one that gets to know your cycle, predict and all that fun jazz. It is very expensive. I ended up buying this off of a friend. If you can do that same thing, I highly recommend it. Actually, I don't recommend it because I don't know how it works. If I like it, I will recommend it. But anyways, buying it is very expensive. So basically all it is this is how you turn it. There's a button here to turn it on. You turn it on and it will show you that I'm currently cycle day 3. I have a low fertility right now. And yeah, so when it asks for a test, it'll show up with a little test sign right here, and then you just pee on the stick, stick it in here. No urine or anything touches the monitor, so you don't have to worry about sanitation issues. But you pop it in here, it tests it, and then it gives you your reading. So I understand on the first month it does take more tests to get used to your cycle. This is what the tests look like. There's 36 in here. I can't tell you how much this is because she gave me this box. If I have to buy more, I can let you know how much it is. But from what I'm reading on the internet, it's telling me that you're gonna need about 20 tests for this cycle. And so I don't know if you start testing on cycle day 6 on. Last month I started testing on cycle day 10, so we'll see. I will update you guys as I go. So that's how I'm checking for ovulation. Other than that, I am going to be using Pre-Seed fertility friendly personal lubricant. I did use this once last cycle, and it was fine. It comes in a little tube like this. It's rather expensive for what it is, and rather small for the amount that you pay for it. I'm assuming you can probably get 2 or 3 cycles out of this. I could probably get more because I didn't use it all that often. But there's 2 ways to use this, externally and internally. And last cycle when I used it the one time, I only used it externally. So this cycle I'm going to be trying the internally, and it comes with these little applicators, and I can show you. Basically you screw the lid onto here, and there's your amounts right here, and you just fill it up, pop it in, and squirt it. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, other than the normal drinking more water, trying to eat better, for the eating better, like I think I'm pretty on track for eating healthy. You guys may not know this, but I have lost, since trying last time, which was 4 or 5 months ago, I've lost 37 pounds, so that's awesome, and I'm going to continue that. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to talk about this time. I will update you in a week or 2 on how everything's going, how I'm liking my fertility monitor, how I'm getting used to charting, all that jazz. The only other thing I want to talk to you guys about is I found this website, and I am very happy I found this website. I have been, when I have like questions or concerns, or am I going crazy, like all these things, like I turn to the internet to find these stuff, and I find forums and I read them all. But I finally took the leap and I joined a kind of like a TTC website. So the website's called Countdown to Pregnancy, and it allows you to chart your cycles. You can add symptoms. You can find other users that are on the same DPO or cycle day as you. You can talk to them. I actually found a friend that I'm talking to, and it is so helpful because I'm not bugging my husband every 10 minutes like, listen to me, I have something to tell you. So it's awesome, and I highly recommend it if you're in the same boat as me, that you're kind of keeping it to yourselves, that you're TTCing. If you need somebody to talk to or you have a question, I highly recommend using a site or this site. I will link it down below. because I do think it's very, very, very helpful. Other than that, like I said, Happy New Year. May 2016 be all our year to conceive a baby, have babies, and I wish you peace, love, and happiness. So